right outside Zion National Park and getting ready to set out on a 4 to 5 week trek to Green River, Utah. Day 4, Day 8, Day 12, Day 16, Day 20, Day 24, Day 28, Day 31, Day 36. Morning of Day 3, what would have been Day 40, and it was a pretty miserable night. Okay, Day 4/Day 41. Had a great camp here among the junipers. It's the first night I got any real sleep in the last 3, so that was great. Today we're headed out across the flats and making our way back into the San Rafael Reef. All right, let's go. Looking out across Jerry's Flat to Interstate 70. I could actually hear traffic from the interstate last night as I slept in my tent. That's the direction we're headed, and then down into the San Rafael Reef again. Okay, we have reached I-70 and the location of my final cache. This one's been out here for almost 6 months. Curious to see if it's still here or what shape it's in. I see it, there it is. Wow, it looks like it's been through some weather. Vital supplies. Yeah, it's just a small cache. The water. All right. Truth is, I didn't even need this cache for this trip, but I'm glad to see that it's still here and it weathered the elements. You know, I started to come back and get this right after my hike, but even back then I was starting to think about, what if I come back and finish the whole hike as planned? So that's what I did, and I'm glad I did. Plan fully realized. I love it. Again, the outside bag is just for camouflage. Inside is the double ply shipping bag that fully seals my stuff. And this is a small cache. This was only meant to be like a 2-day cache worth of food. Oh, my good food. Tuna. Nutter butter. This is my final cache, so I just kind of threw everything I had in. Look at that, Pop-Tart. Oh, how I would have loved to have all this on the original Day 37 when I was out of food and hungry. It would have been nice. Pop-Tart's a little stale, though. Still not bad. For those unfamiliar, this part of I-70 through Utah is a very remote section. It's 120 miles with no services or any towns or anything. I have a friend who drove this section. She said, man, there's nothing out there. My response was, no, there's a lot out there. There's a lot out there. You just need to get off the road. Like all that out there. Good wilderness. All right, let's keep walking. I think I better check my brakes. We're about to go down a hill. Okay, leaving the highway behind and going cross country again, back down towards the reef. Here we go. Okay, headed back into the canyons. Looking down into the upper portion of Black Dragon Canyon. So I need to get down in that and eventually across. Here we go. So this is not my first time in this canyon. 20 some years ago, my buddies Josh, Hansel, and I, we were headed out to the lower black box to go for a hike, and my Jeep broke down out in the middle of nowhere. And I knew that if we had to follow the access road back to the highway, it was 14 miles. Whereas we could go cross country and be to the highway in 2 miles to get help. So that's what we did. And looking back, it was a little bit crazy because, you know, I kind of had a lay of the land, but didn't have any specifics, no GPS, no detailed maps. But we just did it. And getting across this canyon, Upper Black Dragon Canyon, was the hardest part. And in reality, it's not that tough, but for, you know, 3 guys with limited experience and no real gear, it was quite the adventure. And I even wonder if that's what sparked my desire to go cross country now on these long distance hikes. Because there is something I love about just going from point A to point B with no real beta, no real route, and definitely no trail. So I don't know. I definitely love it, and it's kind of cool to be back here and think about that memory. All right, that's the thought for now. There goes a bighorn sheep. I was a little too slow with the camera. This is the year of the bighorn, evidently. He was a big ram with the big horns, too. So cool. All right, I'm still descending into Upper Black Dragon Canyon. All right, I am down in the bottom of the canyon. It wasn't too bad to get down. All right, now let's walk down the canyon a little ways before we'll climb out the other side. Go. And again, out here in the middle of nowhere. Looks like it's a birthday. Happy birthday to somebody. Okay, more trash to carry out. I may have to leave the canyon soon. The pools are getting harder and harder to bypass. I'm having to scramble on the cliffs up and around. There is a technical section on down, but even it is supposed to have bypasses, but I plan to leave the canyon before that. Doing all the bypassing, I ended up pretty high up on the canyon wall here. Now I'm gonna have to scramble back down. Looks easier to travel down there. Eventually that's where I want to get out to that mesa up there, skirt to the right of it. So a little bit farther, then we'll find a way to climb out. Okay, finally back down to the canyon floor, which is nice. All right, let's go. I kid you not, I'm about to come to the place I wanted to climb out, and I thought, as long as there's nothing big around this corner, I'll be able to make it. And I come to this. I haven't seen a spot to climb out yet. I think I might be able to bypass this though. Either there on the left or possibly right here. I guarantee we will not be floating our pack across this one. No more of that for a while. Okay, not too bad. I was able to scale up this wall. Not too hard, had to push the pack up and then climb up. And now from here, I think I can get all the way around. Well, gonna have to climb down again, climb back up, but then we'll be around. Whew. All right, let's keep it going. Okay, past the pool, now time to climb out of the canyon. I think I'm gonna just try it right up through this jumble of rocks. All right, let's go. Made it to the top, not too bad, but this happened. I broke another trekking pole, I can't believe it. It's my own fault, I had it overextended, but it means I'm gonna be walking the rest of the way with one stick. All right, we'll make it happen. Can't tell you how happy I am to see these big red buttes, the northern end of the San Rafael Reef. It means I'm gonna finish my hike the way it was intended. Okay, headed for Lower Black Dragon Canyon right out there. Back down in the canyon. And back up on the rim and on our old back road now. Headed down the canyon. It's getting good. Getting down to the good stuff. Canyon walls are on fire. Okay, we are in the lower end of Black Dragon Canyon, and we're about to go check out a really cool rock art panel. It's actually the second time I've been here. I came here long ago with my mom and my dad. It was a good little trip. And as many of you know, I lost my dad unexpectedly last year, and it sucked. But anyway, that's why it was so important for me to come back this way on my big hike and finish my hike as intended to come back by this spot just to kind of relive that memory and as a little bit of a tribute to him, I guess. So anyway, I hope you enjoy the rock art as much as we did way back when as a family. And yeah, that's the word for now. Let's go check it out. All right, I climbed up from the wash down below. There's rock art all along this wall, but this is the Black Dragon. The Black Dragon itself, for which the canyon is named. Pretty interesting. It's pretty cool. And there's some more large barrier style glyphs right here. Those guys out. The white outline is not original. It's from a process called chalking to make the rock art stand out more, and it's definitely discouraged now. They do not want you to do that. A lot of this rock art is believed to be barrier style, so that's about 1,000 years old. Some of the glyphs on down, though, are from the archaic peoples, which could be from as long as 8,000 years ago. So there's really a mix of type of art at this location. Pretty amazing. All right, I made it east of the reef once again before camping for my final night, and the full moon is coming up. Pretty cool. Even cooler if you can look over here. I don't know if you'll be able to see it. It's Mr. Shadow by moonlight. Moonlight Mr. Shadow. You don't see that too often.